Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. Today we've got a video on the Orochi Samurai, the new tier 5. We're just going to call them Samurai or the new tier 5. Yeah, been using this unit a bit lately. Unfortunately, I did have to buy it with Sovereigns to get the video out. It was just taking too long to unlock, unfortunately, that I don't like doing. And I wasn't actually planning to do it with this unit, but yeah. Then I got insta-killed by it, and I was like, huh, interesting. Let's make a video. So that's where we're at now. Managed to max them out, level 30. We've got the doctrine, and I've got a few gameplay clips. But a little warning first. Do not expect great gameplay. At the moment, this is kind of my fundamental problem with them at the moment, is one, they're meant to be an anti-cav, or meant to be sort of an anti-cav, and Fortebraccios will do a better job, purely because you don't have to time it. These guys will wipe out cav better than anything else if you time it right, but we know how things go. You know, it doesn't always go to plan, where at least with, you know, putting 40s in the open formation, the cav's just going to run into it and it's going to die. So, yeah, it's a little bit lackluster as an anti-cav. As an anti-infantry, I think for at the moment, it's a little bit lackluster too. Only because, obviously, the Imperial Spearguard, those guys are so powerful now, and so tanky, that if you are anything that's to do with piercing, you literally can't do anything. You'll see, I've got a clip that I'll put in. Most of my clips, in fact, are me doing okay, and then them dying instantly to shield, or me trying to kill a hero, and then they bring over their Imperial Spears. So yeah, anyway, enough ranting. Let's get into their vet line and doctrines and stuff like that. Okay, here they are. Excuse the attire. I was trying to make them look as bad as possible, so they hid, because those flags are just too easy to spot. Unfortunately, as much as I like the flags and I like the way they look, as soon as they had the flags, some people know I'm going for that unit. It's tier 5, and they're not exactly hard to kill. So, yeah, starting with the Vexency line, we are looking at top line. I think top line, personally, is going to be the only way to go. So starting off with double strikes damage is increased by 20%, or 30%, sorry, 30%. Piercing penetration, nice. Increased damage dealt to cavalry, nice. Health, double strikes cooldown. Double strikes is your big move, so that's always good. And then this is great. When you land it, you basically, it's similar to the Onimusha where they get a heal. This is very similar. Doesn't give them the same effect in terms of, like, it's not as effective as the Onimusha one in terms, because they sort of AoE and stuff, but it's still good. It brings them back up to full health. And then this is a really nice one. Cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds every enemy you kill with double strikes. So really nice. Then some extra health, some extra blocking points, and then the same thing, but for your sweeping, for your disrupting sweep. So yeah, very nice. But I think top line is going to be the only way to go with these, personally. If you are bottom line with these, let me know if this is any good. I haven't done any experimenting, but just seeing this up here and this, it feels quite necessary. So yeah, onto their sort of stats. Health, we're looking at 14,283. Nice. The size is 28 of them, so it's quite large actually. It's a lot of health for that many units. And then piercing is just under 2,000, and piercing pen, and piercing damage is 1,800. Defense is okay. It's nothing to write home about, but it's okay. It's not bad. And now let's look at the doctrines. Oh, okay. So the doctrines are here, and we have. So first off, you can use polearm ones. That's very interesting. You can use quite a range of doctrines on this. Like, we've got the stun doctrine here that we could use, but the brace that these guys do is not really a brace. Or it is a brace, but just doesn't seem to do anything. It's not like 40s bracing, halberdiers bracing. It just doesn't have that same sort of damage. But maybe someone's come up with a spec to, you know, a way to just have them embrace and use them much more defensively. But the way I've been playing these is much more aggressive. That's probably why they die all the time on me. But let's just go with that. So what I put on there, we've got extra piercing damage by 80, piercing penetration by 120, really nice. Piercing damage by 90. Because I was playing aggressively, I wanted a bit of speed, so I had this spare laying about. So extra 5% all the time, and then 15% when I really need to get them somewhere. Hero killing doctrine, extra 90% piercing, armor pen all across, and then double strikes damage is increased by 15%. Again, good reason to go for the top line, I think. So that's the doctrines. So let's get in some clips. So here we go, into the first clip. And this is actually a relatively successful clip. I was, very pleased to get one of these. I've played so many games. This guy's here with his Roman shields, or marmalades as we call them. But he gets distracted, so I'm going to come around with the double strikes. And they did a good amount of damage there. What I should have done is I didn't realise my double strikes was refreshed, because it does that and you sometimes don't realise. So I hit him with the disrupting strikes that finished the job. Of course, he was distracted then, so, you know, I was pleased to get in the trade, but yeah. And now it's going to go into a bit of a fast forward here, because I like to show it's in the same clip. So we got a nice little fast forward. We'll just buzz through all of this while those guys were healing up on point, and then we'll move on to the next trade we got that is coming up right now. Again, another one with marmalades over here, just not focusing, and I'm like, oh, getting excited here, ready for the double strikes. In with the double strikes, really big hits. Probably should have double striked again, and then we pick him up at the end here for a nice kill. And yeah, that was I was pretty pleased with that. I was pretty pleased. I'm now just gonna have a little look around, but again, gonna fast forward this bit, and now we're moving on to the next engagement we have. That is just here. We've got lots of halberdiers. I think we've got some fortebraccios in there and some onomoshu. So we're going to see what we can do here, and some monks. Monks have been the bane of my life with this. But we go in. We get some seriously decent hits in. We wipe out quite a lot. These guys do so much damage, but then the follow-on is just, yeah, they just get wiped. So yeah, on to the next clip. In this one, we have no shields really, and I feel like I'm being sort of pinned down, so I'm just moving them back and forward, trying to find an opening when to get these guys in. And the problem is that everyone has Imperial Spear Guards at the moment that are so strong that if I come in the side here, hit them, yeah, I do a bit of damage, but it kind of was a bit lackluster. And then going for the sweeping, disrupting strikes even, and then I go back in for another double strikes, and that's it really from them. There's not really much I could do. I feel like I'm potentially playing them wrong, but yeah. Now on to the next clip. We got pick up a little kill there, and we got these monks coming in. I thought, okay, let's get these, and then they slap them down. My samurais down, unfortunately, and then the onomoshu come and clear up the rest of them. So this is where it goes really wrong. Unfortunately, I tried to go in for another double strikes, but the onomoshu just delete them. I was hoping with the monks that my disrupting sweep or disrupting strike would interrupt something to do with their slam down or their whatever, but it didn't really happen. And then we got a clip that did go well, that I was pleased about, because I was sweating at this point. I was really trying to get clips for this. I really wanted to make this video and try and get a good clip to represent them as much as I could. Unfortunately, I didn't get too many cav killing clips, but yeah, these guys didn't even see me, and this is the way I think I've been playing them, is kind of sneaking around with them into a stab, into a hero kill. The hero damage on these guys is incredibly good, so we just clear those out there. I try and go for like a knockdown into a stab. I've done it in one of my shorts, and it's always good fun, but missed him with the stunning strikes. So now I see these old men lined up here. I'm thinking, oh, let's go for them here. Good stab into the back of them, but again, shields, they didn't take too much. Into a disrupting strike, into another stab that we get a hero. Really nice. And that was where they came in, but now we're starting to lose our men quite heavily, unfortunately. So try and get a little heal, and we'll get a little fast forward going onto the next part about now. So little back and forward, just having a look around, seeing what we can see. Nothing major. Try and kill that siege ballista up there, and we should be back in now where they're pushing for B. So I'm just thought I'd try and get a little spike in there, pick up a cav that is only an outrider, so it's nothing major. Get rid of those monks, and not the good kind of monks, the blue monks. I forget what their full name is. And pick up that kill. And that's the end of that clip. On to this one. So with this, what my plan was, I was going to annoy them for enough time that they come after me. They do end up coming after, and then I call my unit in, and this mode gets deleted. So for doing stuff like that, really, really fun. But anything else, they just seem to have died so quickly. In this one, I believe I'd go for the 40s to see if that was even possible. And we make it into the middle, and that they get immunity, so that short swords didn't manage to actually get a belly flop off. That was nice. But again, they're now falling behind. There's YOLO Cav in there, and Onomoshu, and it's over. So that's been my experience so far. So into the next clip. So coming to this last clip, this is what we're talking about with the Imperial Spears. I hid them behind there to sneak up and go in for them, but someone put them in front of me. I lined as many up as I could, went in for the stab, killed the hero, but then just got absolutely obliterated. Those shields are damn strong at the moment, and I feel like this unit would have a lot of power without them being so powerful, but with them it's kind of lackluster in my opinion. And unfortunately, that is it. I spent maybe 6 hours today in sieges trying to get a decent clip with these guys. I did get a few. I got one really decent one that I stupidly didn't have recorded. But yeah, so this is kind of what we're going. My summary of these guys is, in the right situation, I think they're really good. I think they are good. But the problem is, in an anti-cav role, you can just go for Forte Brachios. They're cheaper. They're less micro-intensive. So, yeah, I think for that role, they don't have a place right now unless you are literally fox guarding them. In terms of killing units, yes, if there wasn't so many shielded units running around at the moment, then these guys would be brilliant. But for me, anyway, there's just other units at the moment that do better. You'd just be better off with Marmalades or Imperial Spears, Forte Brachios, Onomoshu. You know, there's a lot better to go for. So, and especially tier 5, you know, you would do better with Madao or Shield Maidens. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I do apologize that the clips weren't amazing and I couldn't get like an incredible game, but reality is that there is just so many shields about that these guys can't really have the room to shine, or don't get the room to shine as much as I think they could. So, yeah. But I reckon they've got something that potentially someone will find a way, or just doctrine them fully out for the brace, and then maybe they'll go full anti-cav. But we'll see over the time. But this is my current review, and yeah. So I hope you enjoy, guys, and I will see you in the next one.